Welcome back, everybody. Good to see you guys around here, back in our single-player world. Today, we're going to be doing some real cool stuff. Bubbles, tools, and underwater base building. I know, it's crazy. What is this, episode 28? You guys are telling me to do an underwater base, and I'm only doing it now. Are you kidding? Yes, we are going to do an underwater base of some sort today. We're going to start with it, so prepare yourselves. It's going to be exciting. I don't think I've actually seen anything quite like it. Now, by the way, Unbreaking 3. Oh, just Unbreaking 3. Of course, of course. Look at these levels. Went ahead, got some levels between the last two episodes. Doing pretty good. I do need to actually get myself one of these for today. And, oh, Efficiency 4. If we can get Efficiency 4 and Unbreaking 3 on that bad boy, I'll be very, very happy. I've got some levels in a block right here. I'm going to go grab some of them very, very soon. But overall, we've got some big things going on today. Underwater base building. Man, that is something that I have read. Oh, I mean, I may as well get these levels. That is something I've read in the comments many times. I actually can't think of how many times I've done that. Here's another thing. Conduit power. Now we've got it. So let's just quickly check. I think I might have 16. I don't think that's quite enough. I think you can use any of these to set up a conduit, but that is the plan for today. We're going to set up a conduit. We're going to be building a base underwater, and we are also doing this for some very magical reason. And it's a reason that will be explained in the future. You guys will all be like, ah, I see. That makes sense. Now, before things start making too much sense, we are going to, of course, go and get some stuff done before that. And that is, of course, making some resources. We're gathering resources for us to get these. And of course, then I'm sure you guys are gonna guess why we're making a base underwater and what we're gonna do with all that stuff. But of course, it's a very simple thing. It's nothing crazy, but it's a very, very cool thing that we're gonna be doing. Actually, I don't want to lose these. Oh, look at this thing. This guy right over here. It's a beauty. But sadly, not the beauty that I wanted. I'm breaking efficiency and fortune 3. Looking real good. I mean, hey, if I look at a shovel, that's one good-looking shovel. But it's not a good-looking pickaxe for me. And that's what I really wanted. A pickaxe with those 3 enchantments. That was that one that we just looked at. And, man, that's horrible. Although, if you want something that is undoubtedly good, let's go find something to go and... Oh, I can't do that. Okay, maybe the bunnies. Yeah, look at that. So we now got Unbreaking 3 on this bad boy. This is going to be absolutely insane because now Unbreaking 3, I don't even know. Maybe I feel like Unbreaking 3 is, what, 3 times at least? I'm pretty sure it's even more than 3 times the amount of durability on each item compared to just plain durability. So I feel like this thing's going to last a very long time, at least until we can start looking at getting a bit of mending. But you know what, if need be, I'm sure we'll probably be a bit lucky and hopefully in that time find another one of these tridents. So we can maybe make a whole army of tridents. That's my goal. Just more tridents and more tridents and more tridents and more tridents. It's going nighttime. Actually, you'll be all right. I think I've still got my brightness turned up from the nether. Yeah, I do. We're still good. So here is a question which is probably going through your mind. And I know you're thinking it because we haven't been around this place in about 4 episodes. And that is, Jansey, where is the pirate village? We haven't seen the pirate village in a while. Let me tell you this. I have got some very, very good ideas for this place. And I've actually been working on a few little, like, combinations of blocks and stuff in Creative. And I think we're going to go crazy with a few blocks in the future. The reason why we haven't seen it, though, is because I've been super busy with world tours, building little mini tutorial things, and of course, now we got a new base which is going to come around here, but don't be alarmed. This base is not like a massive base that we're going to be doing just yet. I do want it to eventually be something like magical and huge, and we'll see how we go. We'll see what we're feeling like. But now we're going to have 3 projects which we're going to be working on, sort of 3 projects. I kind of, if you could see, I would put those in inverted commas, because it's going to be, one's going to be done fairly quickly, which is this this bubble one that we're starting today, and it's going to, of course, have room to evolve in the future, because what we've got is we've got this plan for an underwater bubble base that is going to merge in with other underwater things and make a really cool look underwater. That's really the goal. Now let me just check, because this is nighttime, and I'm not very lucky normally. Actually, you know what? I'll just make that a stack there. But I'm not very lucky normally. I'm bound to just get creeped from the top there. Yeah, we'll just make that a stack, just so that I feel a little bit better. There's this deep like great feeling that you get when, yeah, then I've overdone it now. So I've either got to place 11 more blocks or make it up to a stack again. But there's this feeling of satisfaction when you see, oh, it's just a spider. Yeah. What? Actually. What? Come back. Bam. And poke you in the face. This thing isn't actually as powerful as I thought. I tried to put smite on it. Apparently it can't be enchanted with your standard sorts of enchantments. That is not very good. Get away. I just want to make a stack of sand, please. Thank you. That seems to be a bit too much to ask for. Just a stack of sand. So I'll go ahead, get this. What we're going to do is we're going to go and set up. I don't know if I'm going to set the conduit up today. And you may very well figure this out very soon. I'm still on 0 lives lost. I can't die to something stupid right now. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good, perfect. Stack, we can leave. So I don't want to die to anything stupid. So I've got to be on my best behavior, not running around like me, really, like just doing what I do. So that's probably a good idea. I've also lost my boat, which is not very smart. So yeah, this could be an interesting night. But either way, beacon probably not coming around. Ooh, a hidden spider. I always used to think these were broken. They're not. They just a spider with an invisibility potion effect. Really blew my mind when I found that out. But yeah, anyway, I'll be back. Now, finding a position for my bubbles is a very important thing. And what is a better position than next to an ocean monument and a coral reef? I think that's going to look absolutely awesome between the two. And it's in the light water, which is exactly what I wanted. I don't want this this very dark water here. I want to go into that lighter color there. Here is our main little current working station. I've just realized I built that one up there without even looking. Yeah, that's no surprise there, Jansey. And this has just been running for a little bit, of course. We've got our storage, our automatic, like fully redstone automated furnaces, because of course that's just what I do. And what we're going to do right now is we're going to go into kind of like a boring color building mode, but it's going to be really, really cool. And you'll see why I do a boring color building mode and why I'll change it. So let's just go kind of in between these. There's a shipwreck. In fact, they are like, I wonder if these generate sort of like nether structures where a lot of structures just generate in a grid. I feel that way. Oh man, sorry if it's dark. It's all right. It won't be too horrible for too long. I do have some sea pickles, which I have just freshly picked for our viewing pleasure. So let's go there. Some good quality sea pickles, and maybe a few more around over here, just like that. 4 on that one. Perfect. So now I can see the bottom. I can't actually see out. I think that is the coral direction. That is the monument direction. Let's just double check which way we're looking. Okay, it is. I've still got my bearings around me, but at least now we're not going to lose where our bubbles are if I somehow don't make it light enough. So let's just go up a little bit. And here is tutorial for you. Well, a tutorial for you today. It's kind of like more of a bit of advice in terms of building. And I've actually been building like this in the Twitch world, which has been going pretty good, actually, to be completely honest. But the cool thing with this is what we're going to do is we're going to build a bubble, which is a sphere. And I know many people are scared of spheres and scared of circles. And I used to be too. I mean, circles and spheres, well, a circle is a hard thing to build in Minecraft at the start. But once you get it, I guarantee you're going to be very, very good with all of the circling you've ever wanted to do. So let's do this. So I'm going to go and start a sphere, and I'll show you exactly what we're doing. So we go out like this, and actually I can do something like this and that there. Okay, that's good. So the idea is I want to make something big enough for me to be in, and with a circle and a sphere, they're actually very, very similar in the way you do them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark out the big edges of these. And of course, you know what? If you guys do actually end up doing a sphere or a circle and it turns out being easier, hopefully one of my things I teach you here actually does help at least someone. Let me know. I'd love to know. It's always cool when you're like, man, I actually managed to help someone with that. That's really, really neat. You know what? I needed help because I did not bring my water breathing potions, and I even made some specifically made extras just for this project last time I made them. That was how prepared I was for this project, thinking about it for ages. And now I'm like, well, That was really smart, wasn't it? Okay, so here we go. What we're going to do is we're going to build a circle. And for a circle, in fact, I might have actually done a bit of a silly thing here. Yeah, perfect. So for a circle, there are a few rules to always follow. Is you always go out more on the edges than what you do. So if for instance, this was a bigger circle, we'd go out two from there. Then we'd go down one, which is kind of like what we're doing here. If it was bigger, we'd go three, and it just kind of goes that way. But really, this is all kind of a very simple thing. And if you guys ever need a bit of help with that, there's a website called, I think it's Plots with a Z. I'm fairly certain. And that's where I used to get my circles from. But after a while, you just kind of become a bit immune to needing to do that stuff. Oh, you know what? I know I'm about to take some air damage. Let's just quickly go get some oxygen. That is perfect. That is a 5th Nautilus shell, which means if I do... Oh, what? I'm pretty sure this guy has to drop it. Which means if I get another one of these things, we can make a conduit very, very soon. Which is cool. Heart of the Sea, that's it. We will be able to make a conduit, which is really, really neat, because I've got 4 from fishing. I thought I had 3. I actually had 4 extras from fishing still. So we're doing real well on these. And it's just a matter of time before we have a full conduit. Now, well, a full multiple conduits. Now, what I'm going to do is you kind of get the picture. This is a small circle. What's this? 4 out from each side. It's kind of the bubble size that I was looking for to begin with, to be completely honest. And what we'll do is we'll just go ahead, fill in all of these. You guys get the picture. And then we'll start adding in the glass and making it pretty. And, of course, it's going nighttime, so it's probably a good idea for me to go catch some rest as well. And we're back with a little bit of supplies, because guess who decided to go back to the other base because they forgot their stuff? Yeah, this guy. But that's all right. We have got our stuff together now, and we are certainly ready to finish this thing off. And basically, I realize I probably sound a bit confused. Maybe a little bit more confusing. And probably right now, as I'm stumbling over my words, I'm probably getting even more confusing than I was to begin with. So let's set like this straight. Okay, so here is how we have built our circles. And this is why I say spheres are all about circles. Obvious, I know, but to more extent than what might seem obvious. So we've got the circle over there. Very simple circle, actually. I mean, I guess, make it a bit small inside, but I want the larger one. So that's why we've put these edges here larger, which really just improves the size of the circle to some extent, but sometimes it can make it look a bit lopsided. Now, this is why I say circles, and we'll do this with stone just so we can see it easier. But this is why I say circles are what makes spheres into more circles. So we just go ahead and start layering on circles on each of these pieces, like this. You see that? So that over there, wait, get out of the way. Bam. And in your face. There we go. So doing stuff like that, I know it looks kind of funny now, but as we go around there, you'll see that these circles eventually start molding into each other. So we'll do it on each of these sides. And sometimes it's a lot easier just to actually do what I'm doing here and do everything as it comes. So you go ahead, do one side, do all of the same pieces, all these same angles like this, so that it makes your life so much easier. And then you don't have to worry about putting things in silly places. You know the rule, you just follow the rule, and then you don't have to worry about it. But for now, I'm just going to do this corner here so we can see what's going on. So now you can see that we've got these ones which were running around there, just focus on the middle ones. And now you can see it's very quickly becoming a point where we have to start making our circles fit in this way. You see? So that's where it goes then. And in fact, this one will be better off if I do this 3. Is it right? 3 and then... No, it's better off doing it this way because this pushes out 1 there. But don't worry about that. That's beyond explanation right now. But pretty much what I'm saying is, a lot of the time, you're just better off doing this over here, bit by bit, and having everything sort of come together. So I'm just going to go around, do this circle, which will be just 4 by 4 by 4, actually, which is kind of weird, and it's very rare that I think that will actually work, but I'm pretty sure today it's going to be working for us. But normally I would not do that. So let's just go up there like that, or actually 5 by 5 by 5 by 5, because we're working with odd numbers. But there we go. That's good. Now you can see that's sort of coming into a bubble, which is exactly what we wanted. We want a bubble shape. And of course we can start merging it in with some other things. For instance, here, say I didn't like that, I can start putting in stuff like that and do that. Even though I think that will not look good. I could do it, and it could work, but it's not what I want to do. And of course, what I do want to do is change this over to a bit of glass, because I think the glass is going to be what's going to really sell this thing so well. Oh ho ho, it is looking good. Before I turn around, I want to quickly just say this idea for the bubbles I actually got from a person, and you know what? Someone's going to be able to help me out, I'm sure, because I know a lot of you guys are very familiar with this server. The Builder's Refuge server. I saw this really huge build, pre 1.13 actually, where people were building these underwater type builds above ground, and they were looking absolutely amazing. And there was one which had these sorts of bubbles, and I've just always had them stuck in my head. I saw them and I just thought they were absolutely amazing. And I've tried to give my own run on it, and I couldn't for the life of me find it again on the Builders Refuge server just when I went to go check it out. So here it is, my bubble. It's kind of a little bit weird, but I like the colors of it because it looks like one of those bubbles that you blow when you blow bubbles. And I thought it was really, really cool. I need to probably do a bit more texturing around the edges and stuff, but it's a really neat little bubble just to get started with. And I think what I'll do is I'll do a few little ones as well. Let's just quickly go grab some oxygen around here, make ourselves good for another probably like 30 seconds, I'm guessing. There we go. We'll get these. These are what I need. So what I want to do is I was thinking what would be really, really neat is to just go ahead and go up here, maybe put a little thing here, and make a few little bubbles coming out of the sides here. And I think that will be so darn cool. So maybe we'll go there, and the white was actually pretty good on it as well. Surprisingly, I thought the white was going to be overpowering. It turns out the white color of it was absolutely perfect. So maybe something like that. A little bubble there. In fact, this will probably be better off this way. Bit larger. Like that. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, come on. I feel like glass takes way longer to break outside of underwater than what comparatively other things are. I think it's just in my brain though, making that up, but it seriously feels like it. So there's a bubble there, and we can maybe do another bubble from over here. The only real pity is underneath here, where water seems to be a bit weird, and I don't quite understand how it's happening or what I could do to fix it, but it seems to be a common thread with 1.13 things that there's a lot of underwater block problems, even though this was a 1.12 thing still, if I remember correctly. Still 1.12, but either way, it hasn't seemed to have been fixed up, so I guess that's more my point. Let's just do another little bubble coming out this way. Just a very, very small one. We'll go pretty much just this sort of size here. Baby bubble. There, and there. And of course now, the next wonder, I guess, would be, what are we using this bubble for? And this bubble is going to be for us working in this area. So by the monument, which is actually just over there. I wonder if I put a conduit here, if I'll see a bit further. I think I probably would. The monument and the coral, this is going to be our base camp. I'm going to put some chests in here. I'm going to store some things, even though that's kind of a pity because I think it looks pretty cool just by itself. I'll be completely honest. I really do like the look of it just by itself, but I understand it can't, it needs to be useful. And that's what we're going to use it for there. So look at that. Bubbles coming there. I might make a few more of these little bubbles, but man, that is looking so good. I'm very, very happy. Very, very happy with this. But for today, I think that will be the end of the episode because I've got some more things to do. I've got some big things to do in the very near future. So thank you everybody for joining me here today. I hope you guys have got something and like my bubbles, of course. And I will see you very, very soon